Hi, my name is Ellen Ann, and this is the pinup board for my multimedia product homework assistant. This is an overview of what I have so far. I am currently working on making sample interfaces for the program, as well as a set of sample multimedia card decks, which would be used within the program for students. So here I have an overview. You can see that the Post-it notes are color coded. So let's take a closer look. So the first thing I want to point out here, I'm using a program called Weebly to design some of these interfaces. There's a link here. If you click on that, it will take you to the Weebly sites, and you can see what some of these interfaces look like. They are not live interfaces, so they're not interactive, but they do give a visual of what the teacher would see when interacting with this program and what the students would see. So first let's take a look at the teacher interface, and I have done some extended screenshots here, kind of pieced them together on this pin board so that you can get a better view. So this is an example of the third period Math 7 class of a sample teacher using Homework Assistant. So they have different things on their home interface. They have classes that they can add. These are buttons that could easily access all different class periods. They have calendars to use for planning purposes. And over here on the right, they have a list of the standards. The way Homework Assistant works is the teacher selects how many homework questions they want their students to have, as well as the standards on which those homework questions will be based. And the program pulls questions from an extensive question bank and assigns questions to those students. So here you can see for Thursday, October 8th, the homework assignment, it's 20 questions and the standard it's based on, and so on. There's easy access to add assessment or assignments at the top, and teachers can also see students that are enrolled in their courses here. So next we're going to look at what a student interface might be. Here I have what the students would see. This is a web-based interface. So as a student logs in, welcoming them, if you'll notice right here at the top, front and center is begin tonight's homework. And there's a start button right there where my cursor is. So the student logs in, they pull up their page, they hit start, and they begin their homework. If they're not starting their homework right away, there are other things on their page. There are calendars for planning purposes. There are a list of the topics that have already been assigned, and there are also some previous homeworks that they can go back and review, so it keeps track of those. At the bottom of the page, there are class reminders. This would be good for quizzes and tests. And this little Ha button, this is a badge that's assigned to students as they master a standard, or the teacher could assign those badges as they complete certain amounts of homework, giving kids an incentive to do their homework. And then those badges, maybe the kid gets 5 badges and they get a reward within the classroom. So when a student hits that start button to start their homework, over here is kind of what they see. So here I have an interface that would show the homework assignment question. So if I'm looking at this homework assignment, the student has questions over here on the side. These are buttons they could press to go to the next question. They have the homework problem. This one happens to be multiple choice. There are lots of different types of questions that they could answer, and an answer box. If the kid misses the problem, or if they just want more clarification, when they turn this card over, on the back they have a plethora of tutorial resources. So first it gives the answer. The answer here was C. This is based on a probability standard. And then there are, let's see if I can zoom in here, there are detailed explanations on how to solve this problem. So there are actually 2 explanations on the back of this card. It writes it out mathematically, and then it shows it graphically. If the student is still having trouble, there are tutorial videos built in. There might be a game built in, or an online link so that students can get more tutorial resources and remedial help. The other thing that I thought would be interesting to develop, because kids are so in tune with their cell phones nowadays, is an um, homework homework assistant app. So I'm calling this app HA for students, and this is a sample interface of what that app may look like. Now, this is something I am still working on, and I would love some feedback on this. But as of right now, this is kind of my ideas for the app. I have the logo, began tonight's homework. Again, you see this start button, so they start it quickly. The topics that are covered, and again, you see that badge there for they have mastered that standard, and also calendars for planning purposes. I would like to add interfaces for what the cards would look like in the app, but I'm still developing that. And I would love any input y'all have on how things look. Um, is there something I'm missing? Is there something that I could look at better? And input like that. Thanks so much.